Well, in this video, students, we will talk about the types of questions you will find in this NID examination. Well, this is one of the varieties of the questions which you will find. So this here, in this question, we are asked three different positions of a dice is given. So we are given this is the same dice, but this dice has been, captured or clicked from the three different angles. And then you are asked which number will lie or how many dots will lie opposite to two dots, right? Well, there is a certain technique to solve these kind of questions. See, the number which I can see on the top of this dice here is 4, and here also I'm seeing the number 4. So let's try and imagine what cannot come opposite to 4. See, 4k adjacent I'm seeing a number 2, and 4k adjacent I'm seeing number 6. So at least 2 and 6 cannot come opposite to 4. Similarly from here, 3 is adjacent to 4 and 5 is also adjacent to 4. So 3 and 5 can also not come opposite to 4. So finally we are left with only one number, which is 1. So what we can deduce so far is that the number which is going to be opposite to 4 is going to be 1. Let's proceed further and let's evaluate some more information or data from the image or the picture given to us. I am seeing this 6 also appearing twice in these two images, right? So let's try and imagine what cannot come opposite to 6, right? This 4 is adjacent to 6, this 2 is also adjacent to 6, so at least 2 and 4 cannot come opposite to 6. Here this 1 and this 5 is adjacent to 6, which means this 1 and this 5 also cannot come opposite to 6, which means finally now we are left with 3. That means 6 and 3 are going to be opposite to each other. Now we are left with only one pair, which is going to be 2 and 5. Hence finally we are able to evaluate the number of dots which will lie opposite to two dots are going to be 5 dots. Hence option C should be marked as the correct answer. Let's solve some more variety of questions which are asked in this NID examination. Well, in this question you are told that there is a man walks 2 kilometers towards north. Whenever you are asked these kind of questions, you need to understand that you will require the compass. So always imagine that the top of your sheet is pointing towards north, and obviously opposite to north we have south, and if you are facing north, your right hand will point toward east, and your east ke opposite wala direction is clearly west. Now what happens, this guy walks 2 kilometers towards north, right? So let's say this is his starting point and this is the distance of 2 kilometers which he has traveled in the direction of north direction, right? Then after north he turns towards the east side, and east side he walks a distance of 10 kilometers. So there in this east direction he is traveling a distance of 10 kilometers and he reaches a certain point here. Well, after this again he turns towards the north and walks 3 kilometers. So again he is moving up in the north direction and he happens to move a distance of 3 kilometers, right? I hope there is no confusion so far. Well, again he turns towards east, which means this direction, and walks another 2 kilometers. So there he walks a distance of 2 kilometers, right? Finally you're asked how far is he from his starting point. So this clearly is the end point, this clearly was the starting point, and you're asked the distance between the starting point and the end point. Now if you try and understand, if I draw a line somewhat like this and if I draw a line somewhat like this, which is basically nothing but perpendicular to this, this creates a right angle triangle. Well, in this right angle triangle, this length is equal to this length, which is 10, and this length is equal to this length, which is 2, and 10 plus 2 makes this base 12. Similarly, if you look closely, this particular length is equal to this particular length, right, which is 3, and this particular length is equal to this particular length, which is 2, which means 3 plus 2 makes it 5. So in short, we are dealing with a right angle triangle which has perpendicular as 5, the base is 12, so the hypotenuse as per the Pythagoras theorem should be 12 square plus 5 square, 144 plus 25, that eventually turns out to be 169, and the under root of 169 is 13. We'll try and remember this is one of the standard triplets which you'll find under this Pythagoras theorem, which is called Pythagorean triplet. So you will always find that 5 and 12 के साथ हमेशा mixture 13 बनेगा, and they exist in the form of their multiples as well. Had it been 10, had it been 24, then unhesitantly you could have said it would be 26. I mean, the sides are always existing in this kind of format. Some of the standard Pythagorean triplets are in this form, for example 3, 4, 5. This is also one of the standard Pythagorean triplet which also exists in its multiples form, right? So this is all about the questions you will find in this examination NID. Thank you so much everyone.